While millions of people from around the world enjoy the roar of the lower falls of Yellowstone's Grand Canyon, it was not enjoyed by a man who was starving to death. Truman Everts had become separated from the Washburn expedition in September 1870. He was lost in Yellowstone for 37 days without his horse and equipment. He was severely injured several times.
He fell into the hot springs at Heart Lake when he was lying near them trying to stay warm.
Yellowstone historian Lee Whittlesey later edited Everts' magazine story into a book and recently published a new account after Everts' granddaughter gave him the man's handwritten notes.
What we were able to add to his story is essentially one big fact, which is that his horse fell into a big mud hole. And that is what got him separated from the rest of the party.
During his wanderings, Everts was burned again when he accidentally set the forest on fire.
Burned him badly in his sleep.
But it snowed and was so cold, Everts was in danger of freezing to death. And the wild animals that delight tourists today threatened the man alone in the Yellowstone wilderness then.
He was treed by a mountain lion.
Finally, in a delusional state, he began to see ghosts who told him to retrace the Washburn Party route around Yellowstone Lake, past the river to Canyon Falls, then north to Tower Falls. Everts took the ghost advice.
He was still about 15 miles from Mammoth when he was found.
He was crawling on his hands and knees. They took him to a cabin and fed him. He weighed only 50 pounds, but survived to write a magazine article about the longest time anyone's been lost in the Yellowstone wilderness and survived. Although he weighed only 50 pounds when he was discovered wandering in the wilderness, Truman Everts went on to marry a 14-year-old girl and father her child when he was 75. He lived to be 85. For MTN News, I'm Penny Preston reporting with Yellowstone Revealed.